Ever thought, is that good enough? It's a fair question, but make no mistake, nobody knows the answer better than you. Today we're going to look at how borrowed approval never truly satisfies and how we can brew some of our own. As adults, external approval is moreish, like a sugar rush, but it fades fast. But meeting our own standards, that's as lasting and as satisfying as a good healthy protein. Early on in life, we can be moulded to believe that external approval means merit, that being liked or praised will make us feel safe or enough. But over time, you come to realise that approval you've had to strive for is like receiving a drop of water when you're dying of thirst. Soothing for a second, but never enough. That's when it starts dawning that peace can't be earned, but it can be made. It's well worth getting to grips with our own standards and values and meeting those. It's unerringly satisfying and builds self-trust to boot. It's a quiet kind of strength, one that doesn't need an audience. Where in your life are you jumping through hoops to satisfy external expectations? When I was younger, approval felt like I was on the right track. The affirmation of my achievements meant that I'd cleared the bar, however temporarily. Then early in my working life, I tried to do the same. Staying late, redoing things, double-checking details, all to meet invisible bars. Like when I'd double-check my work, even the file notes, to make sure that they couldn't be misinterpreted. Only time revealed that many standards were set by people who didn't trouble themselves to meet the same ones. Every sign of approval proved momentary, a moment of calm before the next cloud of doubt rolled in. It's exhausting trying to earn peace from someone who doesn't know your heart. Sometimes they're oblivious to what you need. Sometimes they're manipulative, pushing you to do more. But what do they really know about what's required? Usually no more than you, and often less. Have you ever worked twice as hard just to be seen, only to realise that no one was really looking? Striving for things outside of ourselves can be demoralising, and it takes a lot of energy too. The cost of borrowed approval is energy, peace, and sometimes the erosion of self-respect. You're placing the power of how you feel into the hands of people who can't possibly know you as well as you know yourself. It can leave you forcing effort, feeling drained. Life feels flat. You may be measuring your worth by other people's moods. You stay polite when you want to walk away. You keep your tone neutral and your smile steady because it feels safer that way. But this kind of peace isn't nurturing and doesn't last. It runs straight through your fingers. I learned that over time, not through one big moment, but through 100 small ones. Like when I allowed people to nitpick my workbooks, even when they weren't part of the audience they were designed for. Moments when I realised that if somebody couldn't see the quality of my work, then their praise didn't hold any meaning. And if they did see it but didn't say so, that was their limitation, not mine. In the accompanying PDF, The Approval Distillery, the first section focuses on the energy we expend and how it really makes us feel. Is it worth it? When did you last feel truly satisfied by a benchmark that wasn't your own? Eventually I realised I'd stopped chasing well done and started asking, is that good enough? Because deep down I always knew that it was. Peace started to grow in quiet ways when I trusted my timing, honoured my energy, or walked away rather than over-explain. On my solopreneur journey, I soon realised that I couldn't reach the standard I wanted in one mighty bound, but I could improve each time, processing feedback as I went along. So I set boundaries on my time, applied discernment to criticism, and checked whether my work reflected who I am and what I wanted to say. And if something doesn't feel right or drains me, I walk away. Self-approval isn't loud or showy. It feels like standing on solid ground. Now when I review my work or watch old videos, I can see the progress and feel quietly proud. It's not ego, it's evidence. In the Approval Distillery PDF, the second section invites us to notice how we feel when we meet our own goals. How worthwhile accomplishment and satisfaction can really be. What helps you to know, deep down, that something you've done is enough? Distilling our own peace is about turning borrowed approval into the real thing. If external validation leaves you thirsty, start brewing your own. The third section of the PDF suggests a few gentle practices to start nurturing your own blend of approval. Journaling your progress and wins because they highlight your story. Noticing and appreciating your efforts because that builds self-trust. Taking feedback on board with discernment because that helps you grow. And owning your own efforts with deserved pride. In doing this, we start generating genuine satisfaction. Like when I study my analytics, so I can see how far I've come and spot ideas for future improvement. Simple self-acknowledgement brings a kind of peace that's steadier, richer, deeper, a fuller home-brewed peace. It might not be instant, but it is satisfying and lasting. Once you've experienced it, the other stuff isn't even vaguely desirable. What could you do this week that would give you that kind of peace? Something that doesn't need anyone else's permission. Today we've seen that approval you have to earn is more like a checkbox. It keeps you thirsty for more. But approval you give to yourself, that's peace that you can sip every day. A satisfying home brew that really hits the spot. Rich, steady and satisfying. If you'd like a simple place to start, take a look at the one-page reflection guide I've mentioned, the Approval Distillery. It's a simple, short exercise that will help you convert borrowed approval into self-trust and distill a little piece of your own. If this resonates, you'll love the other themes we explore on this channel, so feel free to subscribe for more. And for now, start brewing your own peace and take very good care of yourself.